Hi, water signs. I'm here with your May 2019 general outlook. As with my other elemental readings that I do, it is a general reading, as I just said. So take what resonates and toss the rest. If you don't find that anything resonates with this reading, you may want to check your moon and rising signs as well, or just check back next month, and then hopefully I will tap into your energy then. Now, if you did not watch the other two videos that I've uploaded already, which was for earth and air signs, you may not have seen the new artwork behind me, which I absolutely love. It is feather pour art that's done by a local artist here in Ohio. And if you are interested in checking her out, I have her information down below. So, with that being said, let's get started. I'm going to use the same deck that I've used in the other readings for this month, which is the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. This is the newest deck that I've purchased for the time being. I'm sure I'll buy more soon. I kind of have a problem. But they all have different energies. They have different messages that want to come through. I tend to be more of an intuitive reader and read the images that come through in addition to the traditional meanings. So all right, let's see, water signs. What's going on with water signs now, and what does it look like is going to happen for the month of May? Water signs, May. That one fell out. Let's take that. Where do you want to stop? Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. It's kind of some heavy energy, guys. Let's see here. Of course, my upstairs neighbor is starting to bowl with elephants or whatever it is she does up there. So I apologize if you hear that commotion. Okay, and I shuffled these extensively from the air signs reading, but we still got a few of the same cards, but that's okay. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, definitely need to get some clarifiers. All right. So right now, what I'm seeing that has happened for you in the recent past couple days, couple weeks, is you've got the Four of Cups, which is traditionally a card about a missed opportunity, somebody possibly moving on, and you're feeling like either you missed an opportunity with this person or they've blown it with you, so to speak. And we've got a desire to move on to calmer waters, to move out of this kind of forlorn energy that's associated with the Four Cups. But what's blocking that is the Three of Swords, which is one of the most painful cards in the deck, unfortunately. So that's telling me that you or the person you're dealing with, it could be either way. You might be dealing with the person that's in this situation, but there's just been this heartbreak, and so I feel like you're stuck from moving on from it because you've got the Hangman, which is a major arcana. You can see that this mermaid is upside down in a net, just caught up in this energy of missed opportunity, caught up in this Three of Swords. And I feel like for some of you, water signs, you may be dealing with a fire sign, because this is the Queen of Wands that came up at the top. So you may be dealing with a fire sign, or it may be just a desire for you to get your fire back, to get your passion back, to get out of this stuck energy, the stagnant energy of feeling like you've missed an opportunity and your life's not moving forward. The card that flew out, I don't know if you guys happened to see that when I was shuffling initially, a card totally flipped out of the deck, and it's the Ten of Wands, which is associated with carrying a heavy burden, having the weight of the world on your shoulders. And I think that's kind of what I'm sensing, yeah, is that you're kind of stuck on your path, on your journey. With the cups here, I feel like it is probably more of a romantic scenario, but it certainly could be just in general, feeling like whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest is kind of stagnant right now. And I think some of it maybe is that you haven't healed from whatever this Three of Swords energy is, from whatever this heartbreak was. You haven't moved on from that. And the energy too that I'm kind of getting is maybe you're not ready. I mean, you're not ready to move on from this person. And also that I'm just feeling a message of that maybe things are stuck because you're holding out hope that they're missing you as much as you're missing them. I mean, you can see she's walking away into the moonlight, and this card for me was pretty symbolic, with the full moon in Libra, cutting things out, walking away from something, and then seeing that it's almost like this is the aftermath where this guy wakes up and realizes what he's lost because she walked away. But what he doesn't see is, now this isn't necessarily the same figure, but is that she still might be willing to come back. All hope is not lost, because she's kind of there with the cup still. It's kind of like, well, is it not too late? Maybe it's not too late. But what I'm seeing here with these other cards is, again, maybe you were the only one sharing the burden in this connection. You were the one carrying the weight. You were the one putting in the effort, with the Six of Pentacles. You were the only one who was making an effort to move this forward, which is what was so heartbreaking, because you spent a lot of time, I think, on whatever this was, with be it a person or be it just a situation, that you were trying, a job or something that you were trying to manifest, a project, something like that. When you kept holding out hope and thinking, well, maybe if I walk away, maybe he'll wake up. They'll wake up and realize what they missed, that they missed me. But I think this is a cycle that needs to close out, because you've got the Death card here. And when the Death card, when you close out the cycle, what follows is Knight of Cups and Page of Wands. So that's action forward in the direction that you want to go. You've got a Knight, which again, isn't necessarily a permanent thing, but it signifies, Knights signify action, movement forward, right? Page of Wands, that's passionate, fiery communication. So I think once, what I'm seeing is this heavy energy here with the Six of Swords, followed by, follows, I should say, the Five of Swords, which we don't have here, but it's the aftermath of that, right? You want to get out of that energy, but this Three of Swords is blocking you. The Hangman is here, the Ten of Wands is here, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups is saying the action forward. It's time to move on, and once and for all, to close out the cycle. And once you do that, then you start getting action forward. So what I want to do, and you also got the Page of Cups was on the bottom of the deck as well. So that's some more communication or news, or I see it as kind of as a sign of progress, that things are moving forward. unless it's the Page of Swords. That's the one I don't like. For me, that's cutting off communication. We don't have that here. So let's pull, I'm going to pull some clarifiers for this ending energy around the death. What, you know, the aftermath of the death. You've got the Knight of Cups, you've got the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, but what is that? I kind of want to say, what is coming? If you close out this cycle, let's pull from the Star Tarot. Closing out the cycle. What's going to come in May? What are these pages? Because pages are bringing some sort of news. The Knights, I feel like, I mean, not necessarily in here, but I feel like I just imagine them riding on a horse and bringing something in. So what's coming? You cannot make this up, because I literally had a feeling this card was going to come out. The Fool. A new beginning. A new start. And you can see too that this, it's not a total new moon, I mean, but it's a partial moon, it's a crescent moon. So I feel like, oh, and you've got, how perfect, you've got it looks like a crow, right? For me, those are symbolic of closing out cycles and death. And you've just got this beautiful light shining. Just this beautiful energy here. But I think the next new moon is May 4th, which is very soon, coming up very soon. So I feel like, you know, if you start working through this, I think with these pages, especially the Page of Wands, that whatever new start is going to come about, I feel like it could come about pretty quickly. Especially too, I mean, we've got the Queen of Wands here as well. That Queen of Wands energy is good. It's good energy. So there's a new beginning. All right. I guess, do we want to see what the new beginning is? Do we want to ask? Let's see what cards want to come out today. I haven't used this deck much, but it's calling to me. The Oracle of the Unicorns. These cards are absolutely stunning. We're just going to see what they want to say to water signs. Oracle of the Unicorns. You guys, this is awesome. Okay. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. You can't make this shit up. Partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. I mean, wasn't I just saying that you were the only one putting in the effort? It wasn't a team effort. You were carrying the burden by yourself, and whatever this dynamic was, be it romantic. I was sensing strong romantic, but it certainly could have been a work situation, a partnership, business venture, something like that. It's saying this, closing out this cycle is going to bring you a new beginning where you do have teamwork, where you have a better result because you've got maybe somebody that's more trustworthy, somebody who is not going to stab you in the back and kill your heart, right? Somebody who's not going to do these things, but you've got to heal from it first, and you got to let it go. Easier said than done, I know, but if this situation, if this is resonating with you, I think it's a clear, you know, if you're in this situation, well, I don't know, do I give them another chance? Are they going to come around? I mean, again, this is energy that it can change in a moment. I could pull another, you know, reading for you guys in an hour, and it could say something totally different. That's just how energy works. But it's not to say it's, you know, people have free will. You know, those things can change. But in this moment right now, if you're asking yourself, do I give this person a chance? Do I move on? I mean, the cards could not be more clear that it's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to close out this cycle and get to the new beginning. Get out of this stuck energy where you're waiting and waiting for somebody and they keep stabbing you in the back, stabbing you in the heart, making you do all the work, carry the load by yourself. That's not something that you want. That's not what anybody wants. It's not fair. It's not, no one deserves that. Let's see. I am being called to pull from the Sacred Traveler Oracle, which are not my favorite ones to shuffle. They kind of stick together, but I think there was one video, you guys, where, if you can remember, where I was shuffling these and I think like 10 of them flew out, but it all ended up working. Sometimes there's more than one card and they all have beautiful messages that need to be heard, so. Alright. Again, can't make it up. Alright, faraway places. Get ready for new horizons, right? New beginnings. I'm getting the message with it looks almost like Chinese or Japanese. I know there's a difference. I apologize. I don't know, but it looks, I'm hearing it exotic, something exotic, and something maybe that you never dreamed was out there. Something amazing. But first, right now, it's time to take shelter. Before you can get there, go within. And I'm hearing, thaw out that frozen heart, because that person hurt you, or that situation or whatever it is made you not trust. You've got to thaw out your heart, and you've got to face that pain and heal it. Oh yeah. Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. This is a time, I've mentioned before, recently on my page, with it, Pluto retrograde. And I think Saturn's about to go in retrograde too. God help us. This is bringing up a lot of shadows, a lot of stuff to close out, to heal. Alright, so what shadows might be present that would have caused you to repeat this cycle over and over? Let's see what maybe needs to be addressed to help you move on. Oh yeah. Yep. I've been there myself. All right. You were so fixated on this one person, believing that this one person was the only one who could fulfill you. So you just kept putting up with it and waiting for them to come back, waiting for them to make up their mind, maybe between you and someone else. I mean, that's why you get the Three Swords. Waiting for them to realize that what they were missing, waiting for them, if maybe you were in a relationship with them and maybe there wasn't a third party situation, but maybe you were waiting for them to pull their weight, be it with helping out with kids or just spending time with you or financially or whatever it is. They weren't pulling their weight, is what I'm hearing, that with the Ten of Wands energy. But you were so fixated on them and also insecure, thinking that, well, if I leave them, or I'll never find anyone like this. I'll never find anyone that makes me feel like this. Anyone else. So you stayed and you put up with it. And I've been there. Everyone has, I'm sure. So, but yeah, this I don't think could be any more clear that it's time to move on from that situation. And when you close out this cycle and go within and heal these insecurities and try to figure out why you would, put up with that. What was it? Perhaps I'm hearing, and unfortunately, I don't have those cards out with me. I like to do the healing cards, but I was already just hearing more father issues, but it certainly could be mother issues too. But I was really getting a strong energy of father issues, maybe abandonment by a father, um, not having a father around, or just an emotionally unavailable father that would lead you to think that, to seek the love from people who maybe, weren't giving it back, because that's the pattern that you were used to growing up in your whole life. So that might be something I'm just getting that that you might want to look at. Healing. Let's see if there's anything. I feel like rejection, I'm hearing that too. Like maybe even with childhood friends, or bullying. There's a lot of things coming through right now. So yeah, I think water signs, you have a pretty clear instructions on what to do. It's not always easy, but it's like just sometimes has having that, if you're like me, it's like you go back and forth and back and forth, but once you make up your mind, and then once the decision's made, then you can take action, and all right, this is it, I'm closing this damn door and I'm done. Okay, we're gonna pull Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle. Yeah. Self-forgiveness. How beautiful is that? Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So it's important to forgive yourself for everything that's happened. Don't look at any of the time that you spent in this situation as wasted. That's one of the biggest, I think, mistakes you can make, is having regret and thinking everything was a mistake, because nothing is. You've got to realize that all of it was a lesson to teach you something and to help you grow and ascend, and know that, all right, I've learned this lesson now, I'm not going to repeat it again. Or if you start, let's say this, you're dating and you start dating again, you'll learn so quickly, you'll start to recognize the patterns, the same stuff that, you would maybe put up with and just say, oh, they're just this or that, or I can change them, or and make excuses. You'll see the red flags. People show their true character very quickly, and you won't ignore those red flags anymore. You'll just be like, I'm not doing this. You'll know. So forgive yourself, because none of it was a waste. None of it was a waste. It was a lesson, and it was necessary for you to get to the next place. It was a stepping stone, right? So don't look at it don't look at it as a mistake. Keep hearing that over and over again, because look what's coming. Look what's coming. You've got a beautiful new beginning with partnership with someone who is going to be there for you, who is going to have your back, and who's not going to stab it with a sword. So I think it's actually a very beautiful reading, water signs. So I hope you have a great month, and I will see you again soon.